While I enjoy my aquariums, I do realize that keeping fish can be quite costly. However, over my time in the aquarium hobby, I've been able to come up with a few ways to mitigate the cost of keeping an aquarium. So let's go ahead and take a look today at some of the ways you can save money on your fish keeping journey. So one of my favorite ways to save money is with the substrate. Almost all of the substrate in my fish barn is from a hardware store, mostly either from Home Depot or Menards. These substrates will run you about $5 to $8 per 50-pound bag. One of my favorites is using the pond gravel that you can get from any local hardware store. I also really like pool filter sand for a lot of my African cichlid tanks, which you can find at Menards as well as any pool supply store. If you're looking for a darker sand substrate, I have also used the black sandblasting sand that you can get from Menards as well, but be aware this does compact a lot more than pool filter sand. With all these substrates, you will need to keep in mind that there's a little bit more work involved when it comes to cleaning. These substrates do come in a bit dirtier than the commercially available aquarium substrates, so you will be spending a significant amount of time rinsing these out. But I feel putting in the work to rinse these substrates is well worth the cost savings. Depending on the goals of your specific tank, lighting is another area that you can save money on an aquarium. So if you are breeding fish or growing low light plants like crypts, there are a couple more budget-friendly lighting options that you can look into. One of my favorites is the LED shop light that you can find at Walmart. It's relatively inexpensive at about $20, has a decent color spectrum, and will easily grow your low light aquarium plants. There are also some options on Amazon as well. And one of my favorites are these linkable LED shop lights, which you can run together in a string, which works great for larger fish rooms. One thing you'll need to keep in mind is the Kelvin rating on the lights that you're looking at. If you're running a light with a lower Kelvin rating, it will more than likely be a warm yellowish light that, in my opinion, doesn't look very good. I do try to stick with lighting that's rated around from 5,000 to 6,500 K, which really does a great job of showing off the fish. You can also save money on your aquariums by buying used tanks instead of buying aquariums brand new. There are plenty of places you can find fish tanks, from OfferUp, Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist, your local aquarium club, and many more. This is especially useful when buying larger tanks, because the used tanks will be a lot less expensive than buying new. You will need to keep in mind, if you're looking at a glass tank, that you will need to inspect the seals to make sure they're not yellowed or damaged in any way. You won't want your new aquarium to leak once you get it home. Another option is you could buy a new tank during one of the Petco 50% off sales that happen from time to time. These sales offer half off from a variety of different tank sizes, from 10 gallons all the way up to 75 gallons. A lot of the fish tanks in the fish tank barn were purchased during the Petco sales. Do keep in mind that if you plan on drilling these tanks, you will need to make sure to test to make sure they're not made of tempered glass. Another money-saving option is you can actually look into keeping fish that do not require a heater. This will not only save on the cost of the heater, but also the monthly electrical charges from running the heater. There are plenty of really beautiful fish that you find at room temperatures and do not require a heater. If you have a larger tank, you can look into a fish such as a goldfish, which come in a wide variety of shapes and beautiful morphs. There are also a ton of smaller fish that are great options, like the white cloud mountain minnows, sunset variatus platies, and a lot of the Gadaeid species. You can even look into native fish, like the rainbow shiner, which is an absolutely stunning fish. As you can see, there are plenty of great options for running a heaterless aquarium. There are a couple of ways to save money on filtration as well. The first one is using filter floss instead of the aquarium cartridges for your hang-on back filter. You can even buy a bag of filter floss or even quilt batting if you'd like, and these are a lot cheaper than the filter cartridges. They do a great job of polishing your water, and a bag of filter floss can last you quite a long time. If you are buying the quilt batting, just make sure it's not treated with any chemicals that could harm your fish. Using air-driven filters, like sponge filters or box filters, will also help you save some money on your aquarium. These do a great job of filtration and are less expensive than their mechanical, hang-on back, and canister filter cousins. These do a great job of filtration and are less expensive than the mechanical filter cousins, the hang-on back, and the canister filter. These also do not have mechanical parts that can break and are really easy to maintain. Keep in mind, if you have a large tank, you may need more than one sponge filter to filter it effectively. Building your own tank stands is another great way you can save money. There's a wide variety of DIY stands that you can choose from the simple cinder block stands to more complex wood stands that would require power tools. If you want to learn more about making DIY aquarium stands, there are plenty of great YouTube videos out there to show you a wide variety of different designs and different ways to do it. Just pick a stand design that matches your skill level, and you'll save plenty of money over the store-bought stands. While this may not make sense at first, but using live aquarium plants is another great way to save money in your aquarium. The live plants will eat nitrates that are produced by the fish waste in your aquarium, and since these plants are eating the nitrates, you can go longer between water changes, which not only saves you money on water, but also gives you more time to enjoy your aquariums. And as these plants grow, you can propagate these plants and sell and trade them with your fellow hobbyists and bring some income into your fish room. So I hope you enjoyed taking a look at some great ways that you can save money on your aquarium. So let me know in the comments section if there's a great idea that I missed. So with that being said, stay safe, stay fishy, and I'll see you on the next video.